Hello everyone, hope they are good. That was quite a long time. As I told you in the previous video, I was going to be busy because my brother was flying here to Georgia and I was spending time with him and showing him around the country. So yes, I've been pretty much busy, but now I'm back to work, back to trading, and of course I'm gonna share these daily updates with you guys. So first of all, let's talk about this drop over here. Okay, in the last video we were talking about the possibility of lower prices. Okay, remember that we were saying that in this situation here, it's true that this could have been a deviation. Okay, but we were also saying that it was showing quite a lot of weakness. Okay, so if we had to favor any direction, it would have been to the downside. Okay, and we mentioned this support over here at 28,300. Why? Because you can see how it got tested as resistance twice before. Okay, and you saw a sell-off and another sell-off. So this was naturally going to be a potential support. What happened? Price just ripped to the downside, okay? And it went to the range lows, okay? This one over here, that was our next support. So you can see how the levels play out. Of course here, we were not saying to open positions here. We were saying that we would only open longs here if we saw a deviation, get back above this resistance line. Okay, that was gonna be then support. Tested a support, and that's when you can long. That's what we were saying, okay? Otherwise, if you don't see the deviation and price continues to go lower, then the range lows over here, they were going to be the next support. And you can see how it played out, okay? Because yes, we were in a range and we were also in a range here. Those are two ranges. So we broke out from a range just to fall into the previous range. That's what it has basically happened. So what can we expect now? Well, it depends on the time frame, okay? In higher time frame, it's not looking good because we are below the weekly 50 MA, you can see. So basically what I think is that if we fall off from these range lows, okay, so if price comes lower, okay, then here we're going to be targeting lower prices. Where? Well, you have a couple of levels of interest here, okay? You have this liquidity pool over here, okay? But right below that liquidity pool, you have this wick over here, okay? You have this wick over here at 20,786, okay? That's the 50%, but again, it can go to the 100%, and that's 19,500. But as we always say, we always target the 50% of the wick because it can come lower, fill the 50%, and then, you know, bounce again. But that's what I'm basically looking at. No, so far, as long as we're holding above the range lows, I'm not going to be looking at these targets. But if we fall off from here, okay, that's when you are shorting to this midweek, okay, and that's at 20,500-ish. That's in the higher time frame. Only if we lose the range lows, okay, and this level over here, okay, then you go to this week. It's as simple as that. And it doesn't sound that crazy, okay, because this drop from here, that would be, let me check. That drop is at 17% drop, okay, 16% drop. But from here, from 31,800 that we opened the short from here, that's 19%, okay. So that drop is even less than what has happened there, okay, or pretty much the same. So it doesn't sound that crazy when you see it like that, okay. So for any of you that think that 20k, I don't think we're gonna go to 20k. Well, remember that at 31,000 there was not people talking about 25k. You would think that you're crazy. It's as simple as that because it was a 20% drop, but it happened, and yeah, it can happen again. Another 20% drop to this week. All right, so that's what I'm looking for as soon as we fall off from here. All right, that's the setup that I'm looking at in the higher time frame for shorting, and of course that's gonna be a good buying opportunity in my opinion, also for altcoins. But let me go now into short term, because if we go into the 4 hours time frame, you're gonna look now at this projection that we drew on the Bitcoin Sunday update. Okay, we were talking about the retest of the range lows again. You can see that it happened pretty much there, all right? But I was then expecting a bounce, okay? So that's when I opened my long here, okay? I was aware that we had this wick over here, and for the guys of the course, I always mention that If price comes and fills the 50% of the candlestick of the wick, but doesn't bounce immediately, then you have a chance that it's going to consolidate just to come lower and continue filling that wick. So I was aware of that, and that's why around 25,428, I think it was. So it was somewhere like around here, okay? That's why I open another long, okay? Why? Because I'm expecting price to come into this region of the mid-range, around maybe not 27,000, but 26,900 could be a quite big resistance. Why? Because if we check the weekly time frame, that's where the 50 EMA is, okay? Check the top left corner. It says EMA 50, 26,900. Okay, so that zone is going to act as resistance. All right. So if any of you that are in long and you're targeting the mid-range, I would suggest to sacrifice $140 in price action and go for that resistance and the 50 EMA in the weekly time frame. Okay, that's what I'm doing. It's not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. All right. So that's so far what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm looking for longs in this zone. I think that this candle here, that it happened right before yesterday's Asian session, I liked it quite a lot because it confirmed my theory, okay? You go to the 50%, you fill the 50%, then you consolidate, and then you're expecting another drop to fill more percentage of this week. It happens, then you get a bounce, and now as long as we hold above the range lows here, okay, we're gonna see price going higher to this zone. Is that clear? So that's what I'm looking for. Now, when can this happen? Well, it's true that today we have NVIDIA earnings reports, but that's after the market closes. Okay, so we're not gonna see Bitcoin really moving until probably tomorrow, right at the start of the New York session. Okay, the end of the London session, start of the New York session. Okay, because that's when the US market is going to open and is going to react very aggressively to what has happened the day before. Okay, with NVIDIA's earnings. So if NVIDIA earnings don't miss, and they are indeed good, everybody's expecting them to be good. So if they are not good, then we should see some kind of a bounce. Okay? And Bitcoin is going to take advantage of that. And then that's when we can see this prediction playing out. Alright? But again, that's what I think. That's only my opinion. I think that the NVIDIA earnings reports could be a catalyst. And if so, then today we might see a bit of boring price action, okay? Also, if you look at the chart here, don't forget that here you have quite a strong resistance, okay, in this zone. Literally since Friday, and today it's Wednesday, we've been all the time below this resistance. So as long as you see Bitcoin pushing higher, then you're going to see the retest of this resistance and support, and that's when also you can long if you haven't longed in here because you think that there is not much momentum, which is true. There is not much momentum, but also you have to think that the lows, when you see this kind of behavior at the lows of consolidation and you start to see wicks to the downside like this, that is telling you that the market maker is accumulating for what could potentially happen next. Okay, so if I had to choose from here, thinking that we are at the range lows, so far we're holding above them. Okay, you had this week got filled pretty much last night. I think if I have to favor a direction from here in the short term, and I'm talking for the next 48 hours, so literally between today and Friday night, then it should be to the upside. Okay, maybe towards this zone over here. So that's where my chart is telling me right now. We'll see if it plays out or not. Again, of course, if NVIDIA misses the earnings reports and they are bad, there is no doubt that Bitcoin is going to go down and it's going to break below this zone. No doubt about it. So if you want to play safe, you can wait after the NVIDIA earnings reports to see how they are. And if they are good, then you can think about maybe opening longs, okay? Otherwise, if you open a long now and you don't have a stop loss and NVIDIA earnings reports are bad, then I'm sorry. They're probably going to go low, okay? But so far what I think is that there is a chance that NVIDIA reports, maybe they are not as good as everybody is anticipating, okay? But I think they might be good enough to hold above the range lows. And naturally, that's when Bitcoin can go up. So that's pretty much everything that I'm looking at, okay? Something like this projection. Of course, your confirmation will be once you break above this resistance and test it as support. So that would be kind of like here, in this moment over here. Okay, that's when you can long, but again, the market might be waiting until NVIDIA's earnings reports. Because at the end of the day, I think NVIDIA has a market cap of 1.13 trillions. And the crypto market, it's 1.02 trillion. So we could say that NVIDIA, just NVIDIA, has a bigger market cap than the whole crypto market. It's as simple as that. So naturally, this is going to move the market, okay? These earnings reports. So that's pretty much everything, guys. Stay safe, okay? Don't go with crazy leverage now opening longs. If you want to play it safe, then wait until the reports are out and see how you play that, okay? And if you have catch this long over here, okay, then you can either play your stop loss at break even or below this week, okay, somewhere like around here, and see what happens. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Let's see what happens from here. I'll post another video tomorrow. I'm also gonna work now with some altcoins. I'm gonna see their charts. I wanna see how they're looking, because the Bitcoin dominance chart, I know some people are talking about this, okay? But if we go into the daily time frame, what is happening here? Okay. Oh, wait. This resistance is getting tested as support. Okay. So I'm gonna leave you with that. And tomorrow, I'm gonna post another Bitcoin daily update, because I'm anticipating that there is going to be some moves, and we're also gonna talk about the earnings reports of NVIDIA. All right. But this week, I give you my word that I'm going to post a couple of videos about altcoins, okay? Probably maybe on the weekend. So that's pretty much everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.